What up, it's your boy Dvrth again with another video, and today we are here with MEGALOBOX episode 10. Last episode, we won the fight against, what's his name, Mitsuki or something like that. Dickhead McGee, he handled it very well. We celebrated, but we did end off on a kind of somber note where the mob boss guy kind of pulled up on Pops and he was like, yo, you already know what time it is. And I'm sitting here like, what time is it? So it's been a while since we've watched MEGALOBOX. With everything going on, unfortunately I couldn't record it, but I was waiting to get back into it. So now I'm hyped to see some more fights, or maybe figure out a little bit more about the deal that Pops and the mob boss dude has. I'm guessing that's nothing good. I'm guessing it's nothing fair. So I'm ready to get mad. So we're gonna hop straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more MEGALOBOX or something totally different, the best place to that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description, and if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. Forgive me if I'm a little bit mad. My nose ring fell out and I can't put it back in because it closed up, so I'm a little mad right now. So sorry if I'm you know, if I seem a little angered, because I am. With all that being said, let's get our headphones, try to chill out, watch some anime, make sure that they're on, them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. And I fucked myself up pretty fucking bad earlier today. Frustrated as fuck, dog. Nambu, why the fuck? Yeah, right. Like, what's going on, buddy? What you got going on? Oh my god. Damn, you getting your ass beat a little bit too much, dog. Why the fuck not? Okay. It's been so long since I've heard this OP. We don't have very many episodes left, actually. That's now granted. Season 2 came out, and that's gonna be heat, I'm sure. And we're gonna get into that as soon as possible, probably, if we don't have anything else going on. But we will definitely be getting into season 2. But let me hear the cowbell. I gotta hear the cowboy. Gotta hear the cowbell. God, that cowbell is that is good. This man getting poetic. Throw a fight in. I was hoping that's not what he was going for. He wants to go for a huge fucking fix. Dude, no, we are not doing this again. We are not doing. Oh, no. Oh, you. Come on, man. That was the one thing that I was hoping he wasn't on. To the point that I didn't even say shit. I was like, ain't no way he did that. Nah. Come. Ah, you motherfucker. Oh, dude, we're not doing this again. Yeah, we're not doing. I don't give a fuck. We're not doing this again, bro. Fuck you too. Bro, ain't no way. Dog, I could use like some type of mob boss or something, but I would have been plotted to kill this nigga. Oh, this is a horrible episode to come back to. Because I'm pissed now. I was already pissed before the episode started. And now I'm even angrier now. You gonna throw the fight? And this bitch ass nigga is gonna put the other lives on. Nah, come on.
Solamente los más sobreviven. Así es, MEGALOBOX. Somebody put a collar and drag him to the stadium on the day of the match.
That was cool. Man was actually speaking English. I respect that though. I respect that when they actually mix different languages together. Like, cause that's honestly, I feel like that's how it should be in most anime. But hey, you better be talking for real when we go on this ride, bro. Okay, so that was a freelance engineer. Oh, motherfucker. Well, he silenced him, of course. Yep. Can't take a man's work and then not expect him to talk unless you get rid of him. So what are you? Oh my god. Not like this, bro. Not like this. We ain't getting no revenge like this, bro. Not like this. Say that nice for that mob nigga. Fuck that guy. Right. Not like this, bro. We're not doing it like this. Yeah. You at least owe him protection. If somebody's gonna die, at least don't let it be the kid. Not Pepe Iglesias. Oh my god, this is a cool shot. Oh, they figured it. Yep, okay. And you owe this nigga the protection. What the fuck? What the fuck? That was cool. What the fuck? Oh, this is cool. What the fuck? Iglesias. Iglesias. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck? Love the pomp and circumstance. Yeah, this is cool. I love that they did this. This is a great addition. Why wouldn't you have this type of pomp and circumstance to fights, bro? Ah, this is great. Let's see it. Let's see it. Mátalo! I just had Resident Evil 4 flashbacks. Ooh, what? Ooh, okay. Hey, footwork is stupid. Okay. All right. This looks like this about to be a good ass fight. No cap. Okay. 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 Hands. Okay. Footwork looking good. Hands. Ooh, that was a little overplayed. Oh, it don't matter though. He got that bitch. He hard. Hold on, this nigga good. This nigga good. This nigga good as hell. Hold on. Ooh. Oh no. Ooh. Oh my god, did he? Yo, he hit him hard as fuck.
なんだお前。
Oh, Doggy Wogie. Isn't that Yuri's dog? Okay, yeah, I thought so. I was like, yeah, it looks like Yuri's dog.
なぜ生身で戦うことにこだわるんだ
Nothing better than the human body, bud.
ただのハッタリだった。でも今はそうじゃねえ。リングに上がるたび、こいつにてめえの命をかけるんだ。
I love it.
あんたは何のために戦ってんだ？
夢だ
I'd like to know about that.
俺を信じここまで押し上げてくれた人の夢を実現する
俺は今夜どっちにかけりゃ
You know who the fuck to be betting on. You know the fuck to be betting on. You know what the fuck going on? Let me hear that good ass ED one time. Let me hear it. Yeah. I love this ED. Bro, this shit. I need to listen to this song again. Hold on, this shit's hard. Gotta love this CD. So good. That is a good OP or ED. Okay, alright. So first of all, let me tell you something. Alright, we won't get to the end of the part just yet. But what we will talk about first off is this was something that I was hoping. I think this is what I was thinking in the last episode, like a while back when we finished the last episode. Something that I was kind of worried about after I turned off the camera. After we had the discussion, I was sitting there, I was like, why would he want to like, why would he talk to him? But then I had my doubts. I was like, no, I don't think he would throw it again. But once I'm getting back into the show, like I'm getting back into the show, I'm watching, I'm like, oh shit, I think he wants him to throw again. And I was like, nah, he wouldn't do that again. Like we got this far just off of the strength of like not throwing anymore. No way he would do that, right? Yeah. That's the idea. And I can't blame everybody for being mad. Like, okay, here's the thing. It's one of those things where it's another situation where I can't really blame too many people, right? I can't place blame can't place blame to too many people, because here's the thing. One, if Nambu doesn't go along with it, most likely gets killed, right? However, the absolute betrayal of knowing that his plan all along, like after all that we've gone through, all the times I got my ass beat and still ended up winning, and the training, the pain and bloodshed, all this shit, and in the end, your plan was for me to lose. I could not imagine how heartbreaking and disappointing that must feel like for somebody to seem to put that much time and effort into you in crafting you just so you could lose, especially at the gain of at least what it seems like is at the gain of for himself, right? For himself to like just simply selfish desire for him to lose, right? So I can't be mad. Like once I can't be mad at Nambu because like it's his life, my nigga. Like if he don't do it, he most likely gets turned into chicken bisque. But then again, Joe has been constantly putting his life on the line for the idea of going all the way and trying his best to win. So yeah, on one hand it's like Nambu might get killed, but on the other hand it's like Joe has been constantly putting his life on the line and almost like he's fighting gearless with niggas with metal arms. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Like, I can play devil's advocate for both sides. However, I am a little bit more on the side of Joe, 'cause like, dude, as if I haven't been putting my life on the line. When it comes to the kid, like, I'm glad that we actually got some backstory on why he's in, because this entire time, like, I've been enjoying the presence of I forget, fuck, I don't know why I forget the kid's name so much. But I've been enjoying the presence of the kid, for, you know, ever since he's joined the party. But I've always wanted to know why exactly would he want to join this ragtag team? And of course, in true Megalobox fashion, it's because of the Shirato company fucking somebody else up. So it gives it gives not only like the kid, Nambu, and Joe like more fuel to want to win, but also for the viewer, like, my nigga, you killed his dad. You killed his dad and then took his research. You know, you took his research and then killed his dad. That's fucked up. So it's, when it comes to like the kid being safe, that's the one thing that I'm like the most like, oh my god, yeah, the kid has to be safe, right? Like that's my one worry. So props to Nambu for like taking the kid to Shirato and be like, yo, you killed his parents. Maybe not specifically you, but your people killed his parents and took killed his dad and took his work. This orphan is on you. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and go ahead and take him in. Make sure he don't get hurt. And that kind of ties up a loose end there. I liked as much as I was a little still angry with Nambu for betting against Joe. I liked that he brought the kid over to the party and be like, handing him a knife and being like, yo, this is the only way you can get revenge. It's like, no, you gotta test his conviction a little bit and be like, you can do it now, or we can make this work. Which I guess that's Nambu's way of saying like, yo, we gonna do this. And with him giving the kid the knife and like him thinking about wanting to and he definitely wanted to do it, right? But seeing her interact with the other people, the kids and all that other stuff, you kind of realize that you don't want to stoop down to that level. You don't want to, especially since she specifically wasn't the one that did. It's just not something that's not a step that you want to take. That's not something that you want to do. So it does once again like reinstill that conviction that what is his name? I'm gonna be so mad if I what is his name? What is his name? Cause I got it. Okay, whatever. I can't figure out his name right now. I thought that they would have like a cast thing or not. All right, well, whatever. Instilling that that the kid actually wants to do this in the way that he originally planned to, which is Joe making it all the way and winning, pretty much winning it all, right? So I'm glad that in this episode we've solidified everybody's goals, even in the face of the adversity that we got in the beginning of the episode. Now the adversity is still there and there's still the problem, but we at least kind of stealed everybody's resolve, every one of our main characters resolving like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. It may have not been in the most in your face way, but everybody's like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Now to get to the spider fight, that was a hard ass fight. I ain't about to lie to you. Really enjoyed that fight. I really like I really like how they did the whole like intros and stuff, and like this is the spider, you know, Pepe the spider eagle, had the little trailers for him. That was great. It does really put the show really does a good job of putting you in the mindset of that you are about to watch a fight. A lot of shows when you're about to watch a fight, you know, just kind of happens and you're like, oh shit, it's a fight. But this show really does a good job of showing you that you are in an organized, like this an organized brawl. Like this is what's about to happen, right? You are actually in a fight, like a pay-per-view. This is head to head Saturday Night Live, not Saturday Night Live, but Saturday Night fight. So I really do appreciate the show's attention to detail when it comes to like just the not just the technique and the, you know, what goes into training when it comes to fights, but like fights in general, how they are supposed to feel. And that does come with the pomp and circumstance of like dudes coming out with big huge ass like I don't know what the fuck he had. It was like a huge mask with behind him, with him coming out in like his old get up, and you know people are yelling in his native tongue. Matalo, Matalo, you know what I'm saying? Sounding like you playing Resident Evil 4 all over again, and people are about to start throwing torches at you and flaming axes, and parasites are coming out their head. But it's nice to see the attention to detail, not only in the fights, but also in the lead up to the fights, the atmosphere, the aesthetic of the fights. The show just does a very good job of doing that. On top of that is it was a short little thing, but like having certain characters speak in different languages because, well, yeah, duh, you know what I'm saying? Duh. I can get like I don't know specifically where these people are from. The golden rule in anime is usually to just kind of guess that they're in Japan or somewhere around that area. Right now we don't exactly know, but seeing as Yuri, you know, there's names like Yuri, Shirato, these are most likely Japanese people. However, when you get somebody named Pepe Iglesias and this other dude who is obviously not from neither one of those places, you expect them to speak their language, you know? It's like I was saying in the reaction, there's it just feels good to see that. You know, I know there's like people love, hearing it in Japanese, the Japanese language, blah, blah, all that's great and that's cool. But me specifically, there's a little part of me that see that and it makes sense because like a dude from Mexico could easily learn Japanese and speak in the language when they're over there. But there's a little part of me that just hurts when like I see somebody who is obviously not from wherever the fuck we are, and obviously from somewhere that would speak that language, and they're speaking Japanese, which technically is fine, like it's nothing like horrible. It's not like I revolt towards it. But when somebody does speak their native language in an anime, it brings a little smile to my heart. I'm like, huh, that's a nice touch. You didn't have to do that. It's one of those things where you didn't have to have Pepe Iglesias and the lion dude, have Pepe speak Spanish and have the lion dude speak in English. You didn't have to, and then have Yuri speaking in Japanese. You did not have to do that. I would have been fine if they didn't do it. I would have been like, somewhere in my mind would be like, they probably wouldn't be all speaking the same language, would they? Cause like if you've seen a fight, if you've seen like press conferences with fights, they don't. Usually they speak their own language, because people from their country are there, and what I'm trying to say is that those were fine details that did not have to go into the show, that was put into the show, like especially when they're auditory details. That's even that, like animated details, visual details, that's that's cool. I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool. But auditory details, wow, that blows my mind for some reason. It might just be because I just love, like, I always feel like people don't pay attention as much to audio when it comes to anime, or at least not as much as they should. But audio detailing, that's my shit. When I see it, it makes my heart happy. So I'm really glad that they did that for the show. Lastly, I'm glad the story, the story of, and we'll talk about the whole Joe, and we'll try to tie in the whole Joe and Yuri conversation as well. But the story about the scorpion and the frog is a good one to have in this show right now, and where the show is, like at this point, that's a good story to tell, to show you what this like where this show is right now. Because while obviously the scorpion could, somebody could look at him and, oh, the scorpion's a little mob dude, like, he's riding on the back of Nambu, and he at some point, of course he's gonna burn Nambu regardless, because that's in his nature. But the scorpion could be damn near anybody, right? And it goes back to, in this episode, what Nambu was saying to the kid, where he was like, but you were using him too. You know what I'm saying? It's not in like a negative or malicious way. It was like, no, we're all using him, right? And it goes, and why it meshes so well with the story about the scorpion and the frog is because a lot of this show has been people using other people to get to a specific goal. However, you have to, the idea of the viewer when it comes to the show is to distinguish who's the scorpion in these situations, right? Where it's like, yeah, the mob dude is riding on the back of Nambu, but Nambu is also riding on the back of Joe, and so is the kid, and maybe sometimes Joe is doing that with Nambu, and it's one of those things where, like, in the beginning of him talking about it, it's surface level, yeah, the mob dude is eventually going to, it doesn't matter how advantageous Nambu's position is for the mob guy, forget his name, but he's eventually going to sting Nambu, for lack of a better term, and they both drown, because you need Nambu to fix these fights as well as he does, but Joe needs Nambu in order to get as far as he does. However, and in Nambu fashion, we got this far, and then Joe still got stung because he was like, yeah, we gotta fix this fight. So it's interesting to hear that story, because it's one of those, and there's another story like it. I think the other story is and this story is more of like maternity, but the snake in the woman or something like that, were like, it was like a woman that was like, that like treated the snake as if it was her own child, and like breastfed him and stuff like that, and obviously the snake ended up like biting her, and the woman was like, why the fuck would you do that? And the snake's like, well, I'm a snake, dog. And it's the same thing for the scorpion and the frog story. Everybody is working on their own like it's Joe's nature to continue to fight, like, no matter what, right? He wants that fight. That is just a part of his, that's just his nature, right? With Nambu, he wants that come up, of course. He prides himself as a fraud. That's his nature. With the I keep trying to remember his name, but the mobster guy, like, it's his nature to eventually sting somebody, you know, like that is everybody's nature. So I'm glad that we actually got the idea or the story of the frog and the scorpion, because they just fit so well. But other than that, I guess I will say that I do really enjoy the rivalry between Joe and Yuri. We've talked about it before, like why Joe doesn't use the gear, and obviously like Yuri's not going to really understand that because the gear has gotten this far. But obviously Joe does believe in the power of his own fists, right? He just wants a simple fight, which is once again, like we talked about, the theme of this episode specifically was like what people's nature is. Joe just wants to fight, right? He wants a simple fight, natural, like boilerplate fight. He just wants to fight, right? Because it's in his nature to fight. And it's interesting to see how that idea bounces off of Yuri, and how Yuri's idea bounces off of Joe and stuff like that. It's just, I do really enjoy their rivalry. Jesus fucking Christ. But I am interested in who I think Joe fights the big guy next. I'm going to assume, because that's the only dude that he can fight, right? Because he just didn't show up to Joe didn't show up to the I was about to say podcast. He didn't show up to the conference, but I think that's who he fights next. That's going to be a tough fight because that dude's huge. But I'm excited to get into the next episode. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more Megalobox or something totally different, the best place to send that in is always my social media. Link's going to be in the description. And if you want these episodes early, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's going to be in the description for that as well. So, with all that out the way, I'll get my off button ready. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.